Swami Prabhu, today you are muted.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, same thing happened yesterday, actually.
It's actually reverse. It's actually reverse, bro.
I was thinking I can't hear him at all.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, who wants to chant Bangla prayers?
Jani Prabhu can read. Jani Prabhu never read.
Yeah.
Haribol, yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu, you can.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakayam Chaksunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadadi Swapadam Tikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Lagunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Lada Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kipasindubhya eva cha Vachitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Namahom Vishnu padaya Krishna prishtaya bhutale Shimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nichinamine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Goravani Placharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashtya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, Haribol. So today we continue reading The Scientific Basis of Krishna Consciousness by Swarup Damodar Das. And today's chapter is about the incomplete and speculative knowledge of Darwin's theory.
Dandavad pranam Ero Prabhu. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Ero Prabhu, Dandat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. You're just in time for the beginning of the Darwin chapter.
Haribol, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
Haribol.
Haribol, Dandavan Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
I wonder where is Varun Prabhu. I wanted to hear bonjour. Okay, Haribo. Before Charles Darwin published his theory of evolution in 1859, he frequently corresponded with A.R. Wallace, one of his contemporary naturalists. In one of his letters to A.R. Wallace, December 22, 1857, Darwin wrote, "I'm a firm believer that without speculation, there is no good and original observation. Thus, one does not need to make an extensive study in order to understand his theory. His theory was completely based on his own speculation and mental manipulation, based on some data collected during his voyage of the Beagle, 1831-1836. Every sensible person knows that speculative knowledge is quite fallible." Yeah, he said he believes that there is no good and original observation. How his theory was developed is given in his own words. When on board HMS Beagle as naturalist, I was much struck with certain facts in the distribution of the organic beings inhabiting South America and in the geological relations of the present to the past inhabitants of that continent. These facts seemed to throw some light on the origin of species, that mystery of mysteries. On my return home, it occurred to me in 1837 that something might have perhaps be made out of this question by patiently accumulating and reflecting on all sorts of facts which could possibly have any bearing on it. After 5 years' work, I allowed myself to speculate on the subject. See, this is Darwin writing, and he says himself that he allowed him myself to speculate on the subject. So this is whole thing is created in his mind.
Yes,
And,
why not?
yes, and drew up some short notes. These I enlarged in 1899 in the sketch of the conclusions. He didn't actually, he just heard about the Padma Purana thing from somewhere, and then he just copied it a little bit, and he didn't even create the thing. I enlarged into a sketch of the conclusions, which seemed to me probable. From that period to the present day, I have steadily pursued the same object. In considering the origin of species, it is quite conceivable that the naturalist might come to the conclusion that species had not been independently created, but had descended, like varieties, from other species. Darwin has no knowledge about the nature of the spirit soul. He has no clear information as to how the living entity spirit soul is transmigrating from one species to another. He does not know whether there is further evolution from the human platform, and he hasn't the slightest idea as to the total number of species through which the cycle of evolution goes on. He has also no information whether the spirit soul can transmigrate from the human platform to lower species of life. There has been great confusion regarding Darwin's theory. His critics are very legitimately asking, if the theory of natural selection of Darwin is correct, why can't we see the intermediate forms of species, the connecting links? Darwin himself was completely confused in this respect. He could not provide any logical answer except his speculative argumentation. His own answer was that extinction and natural selection will go hand in hand. He did not know that all the species of life have been existing since the dawn of creation. The different species of life are created immediately along with the universe. Men, animals, beasts, birds, everything is simultaneously created because whatever desires the living entities had at the last annihilation are again manifested. As a crude example, the species portrayed in the ancient Egyptian pyramids were the same as those we meet at the present day. That's also a nice argument. There is cats, there is all these things. There is not one half cat and one half lizard or something like this.
Even older than Egyptian
Yes, Prabhu.
civilization.
Yes, Prabhu.
We can find on cave the painting.
Yes, Prabhu.
There are some animals that
Yeah, I've
still
been.
are there in the earth,
Yes, Prabhu.
today. Mm.
As Similarly, since the time immemorial, the peacock, whose colorful feathers so nicely decorated the transcendental head of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, has been the same as the species we find today. Yes, Prabhu. With his poor fund of knowledge, Darwin concluded that some species became extinct in the process of evolution. This is completely wrong. Okay, now we read about the real evolution, what it means. Okay, I can read a few more pages. Chapter 5, Complete and Perfect Knowledge of Evolution. Complete and perfect knowledge of evolution in minute detail is available in Vedic literatures. His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, has kindly supplied the following quotations. Ashitim chaturas chaiva laksham stanjiva jatisu brahmadibi purushai prabhyam manushyam janma prayayat tad what is this tune?
That
Is this Govinda Purusham tune?
yes, I think
No, no, this.
you have to count. There are 14 syllables. It's Adipulusham tune, I think, if I remember.
Yes, Prabhu. But okay, I read this normally. Tajab apalatam jata tesham atma bihimaninam varakanam anashritya govinda charanadvayam. One attains the human form of life after transmigrating through 8.4 million species of life by the process of gradual evolution. That human form of life is spoiled for those conceited fools who do not take shelter of the lotus feet of Govinda, Krishna. Jala Janava Lakshani Stavara Laksh. Yeah, it doesn't seem to fit. Jala Janava Lakshani Stavara Lakshani Vimshati Krimaya Rudra Shankyaka Pakshinam Dasha Lakshani Pashavastrimsha Lakshani Manushya Chatur Lakshani. There are 900,000 species of aquatic life, 2 million species of plants and trees, 1.1 million species of insects, 1 million species of bird life, 3 million species of beasts, and 400,000 species of human life. The meaning of species understood by biologists is different from the meaning implied here. The meaning used by biologists applies to the gross physical appearance or the gross morphological features of the living material bodies. Which is derived after the thorough and careful analysis, is based on the level of consciousness of the living being. See, in which mode of the nature the living being is in, that determines the body. That's why there is 8.4 million species, because there is 8.4 million different combinations of the three modes of material nature.
Yes, bro, right. Yeah.
For example, biologists say that all human beings belong to one species, whereas the Vedic literature lists 4 million species. Yet, even though they might search for species forever, they cannot say it's forever evolving because they don't know if they found the end yet. But if they keep searching for species and they find new and new species, when they come to the 4 million species, they won't find any more new species. But modern science will never get to that point. They only find some maybe under million species. I don't know how many they have found, but it's not even million, or if I remember right.
And one more thing, Prabhu, like this total number of species is in whole universe, I think.
Yes,
This is
Prabhu.
not just in Earth also.
Yes, Prabhu. In one universe, yes, they cannot find it even. Because they cannot see who is living in moon, they cannot see them, what kind of bodies they have, and
Yeah.
the process of evolution through these 8.4 million species of life has been going on since time immemorial. As we noted earlier, the spirit soul never dies and is never born. It is eternal. It transmigrates from one body to another. And in one Istagoshti also, this Prahlad Prabhu said that the woman and man, they are two different species. And then understood it a little bit better also. That actually they are two different species. Even we say they are human, but they have two completely different anatomy and how they work, completely different from inside. So they are not actually the same species.
So when we say species, this is related to the body.
Yes, Prabhu. It's related to the three modes of material nature. If you have different combination of material nature, you get different body. And there is 8.4 million different combinations. And out of these, woman body is one combination, man body is one combination, and there is
Yeah.
so.
It's like the three primary colors.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's actually, Swami Prabhu, it's actually more deep than that. Means
Yes, Prabhu.
two men also can be different species if their consciousness is different.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhu.
Yes.
Like a tribe man and we different. We are all different.
Yeah.
A alcoholic man and we are all different species.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah,
It's so subtle. Yeah.
for us the general information is given, so we can grasp it a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah, like because when this information, because many one ask that how can be human species of 4 million types exist or
Yes.
something, 4 lakhs types of human species. Human species is one, they know one. This modern biologists they are saying this one human species.
Yeah.
So they can't understand. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Lord Sri Krishna, the supreme knower of everything, says, as a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, similarly the soul accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. In this way, the transmigration of the soul is going on. As we noted from Brahma Vaivarta Purana, the most important species of life is the human being. The Vedanta Sutra instructs, Atado Brahma Jignasa. Now, therefore, in this human form of life, it is time to inquire about the spiritual realization. Who am I? What is the real mission of human life? What is the ultimate purpose of our existence? Every intelligent person must ask these questions and should search for the right answers from the right source. So-called modern educators claim that the purpose of education is to solve the problems of life, but in actuality, they are teaching their students how to increase sense gratification more and more, thereby creating more and more paths to degradation. Thus, perplexed by various anxieties and bound by a network of illusions. Oh, this is nice verse. वशंसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरो पराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अनायानि संयाति नवानि देहि. Okay, who wants to continue?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhu.
In terms of increased sense gratification, one becomes too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and falls down into hell. In modern universities and colleges, no one teaches the science by which to answer the question, who am I? Srila Prabhupada kindly points out there are so many departments in university, technological, medical, engineering, etc. But where is the department to know and understand what this life is, what God is, what our relationship is? The most important department of education, that which is the real mission of human life, is completely left out. Scientists, yeah, bro, this is so crazy.
Yes, this is so true, actually.
And they are calling these things are education nowadays. Just think.
Yeah, but the most important thing they don't teach us.
Yeah.
This is truly a dramatic, I think.
Yes, Prabhu.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, bro. And you can see that that's why like they are like animalistic. Now nowadays in school, college, what is happening? They are totally
Yeah.
like animalistic behavior.
And nobody wants to know about that anymore. They don't want to inquire anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I recently went to a ISKCON temple in Indore. I saw there that they kind of teach all this. Uh,
Hmm. Yes, Prabhu.
They
Yeah.
what bro? They what?
they kind of teach this science of, this whole thing they are teaching.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, they always teach something. Because they don't read proper books, so they don't understand. And if we
No,
criticize,
I don't understand what science means. This modern science they are teaching in ISKCON.
The science that we are, saying that they don't teach in university. So
Yeah.
they are kind of teaching that in temples, the ISKCON people. Maybe ISKCON has a pretty large foundation organization, so they are managing.
hmm.
Hmm. Scientists claim that modern science is a product of man's curiosity to know. Why are not they curious to know who we are and what our relationship is with the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Scientist Sri Krishna? The Vedas give all the answers perfectly. Lower forms of life such as animals, birds, and plants do not suffer from sinful activities because they never violate the laws of nature. A tiger, for instance, does not commit sinful activities by killing its prey because its body is meant to act in that way. It is properly equipped for that purpose. However, when the spirit soul comes to the level of a human being, the living entity is then subjected to the results of his actions, karma phala. From this human platform, the living entity has therefore a choice. And yes, bro, like this is a thing. Only in human body they can acquire some karma, any soul. Others body they can other like some animal body or demigod's body, there is no karma. I
Yes.
also listened that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also crazy too.
Yeah, it's given, the body is given, because this is the Lord's mercy. He gives the body of a tiger so the person can do killing without creating new karma. So that is the Lord's mercy. That's why he has created all these different bodies.
Yeah, yeah, like all lower species and all higher species. This demigod's body, they are also no karma.
Yes, Prabhu.
They are also they some enjoying the fruit of some pious activity actually.
Yeah, they just use up their pious credits.
Yeah. That's I listened somewhere that this human body is called karma setra and all other species is called bhoga setra, something like that. Is they just yeah, there is no karma or something. What is this picture?
It's the evolution of the soul. But it's sideways, so we cannot turn it. Okay,
Yeah, I turning my mobile to see that. The desires and consciousness he has developed, Lord Krishna says, whatever state of being one remembers when he quiets his body, that state he will attain without fail. From the human platform, and Prabhu, like this point, actually, I listened that whatever you are doing the whole life, that kind of thought actually come at the time of death.
Yes, Prabhu.
Basically.
Yes, that's natural. Because the mind stores all the memories, and if you have stored all the certain kind of things, so you will of course remember those kind of things.
Yeah,
That's why we
right.
practice
From
chanting, so that we can remember the chanting.
yeah, yeah. Can you remember that is from the human platform, the spirit soul can escape the miserable wheel of birth and death by developing Krishna consciousness. And whoever at the time of death quiet his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of this there is no doubt. This is evolution from the material platform to the spiritual platform. Lower forms of life, animals, birds, plants, etc., are not favorably situated for taking to Krishna consciousness because they are not intelligent enough to understand this great science. On the other hand, it is understood from Vedic literature that there are demigods who are more elevated than human beings, but their position is also not favorable for taking to Krishna consciousness because they are too materially opulent. Too much material opulence is also a disqualification for taking up Krishna consciousness. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination of devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. That is why it is an absolute necessity for all sane human beings to take up Krishna consciousness from this human platform, which is the intermediate path between the demigods and the lower forms of life. Otherwise, the precious human form of life will simply be wasted. So there is something else now.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, thank you.
Who wants to read?
Can I read?
Yes, Prabhu. Haribol.
Shastric authoritative scriptural injunction are the supreme judgment. We understand that our knowledge and intelligence are extremely limited. Our brains are tiny, our senses and scientific equipment are imperfect, and our vision is limited. With all these imperfect means, how will it be possible to comprehend the knowledge science beyond. Attempting to understand unlimited knowledge by one's own limited means in the name of doing research is simply a waste of valuable time and energy. Srila Prabhupada very kindly explained that by the major research work of Srila Vyasadeva and Avatara incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, Lord Shri Krishna, complete and perfect knowledge science is available in the Vedic literatures. The Vedas were originally spoken by the Supreme Lord himself to Brahma, the first living being in the material universe, from within his heart. Vedic knowledge is called Shruti, indicating that it is learned by oral reception. Therefore, the Vedic knowledge has to be received from higher authorities by hearing Shravanam. In previous age, people were very intelligent. Their memory were extremely sharp. Just by hearing once from a spiritual master, disciples could remember everything. Therefore, there was no necessity for keeping the Vedas in written form during those ages. However, Srila Vyasadeva could see beforehand that people in this present age of Kali, the age of quarrel and misunderstanding, situated amidst the disturbing noises of science and technology, would be much less intelligent, processing extremely short memories. Therefore, about 5,000 years ago, he compiled the Vedas in written form for the benefit of all inquisitive souls of this present age. Veda actually means knowledge, and Vedanta means the end of knowledge, which is to know the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedic knowledge. It was spoken by Supreme Lord Shri Krishna himself to his intimate friend and disciple Arjuna. Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of all the Vedic literatures. It is the summum of life, Lord Krishna personified. It describes the unlimited transcendental qualities of the Lord. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to Sanatana Goswami, Srimad Bhagavatam is the sound representation of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So as Krishna is unlimited, similarly, in each word and each letter of Srimad Bhagavatam, there are unlimited meaning, and one can understand them by the association of devotees. Lord Shri Krishna says, I am situated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Veda. Thus, the word of the Vedas are the supreme authority. One may ask, how may one accept authority? The answer is given by Srila Prabhupada. The answer of a genuine mother to the question of who is one's father is authoritative. One cannot argue about or object to this point. Similarly, when a child learns that 2 times 2 is equal to 4 from his father, and he tells the same thing to a professor of mathematics, the professor has to agree that the child is speaking perfectly. The child may not be perfect, but the knowledge that he is speaking is perfect because he has taken it from an authority. Similarly, all the Vedic knowledge is infallible. For example, it has been mentioned in the Vedas that cow dung is pure, whereas other stool is impure, and modern science has found this to be true. It has been scientifically confirmed by chemical analysis that cow dung indeed contain various antiseptic properties. There are four principal defects inherent in the conditional soul, namely imperfect senses, the propensity to cheat, surety of committing mistake, and surety of being illusioned. Therefore, the conditioned soul is completely unfit to make any rules and regulation. The injunction laid down in the Shastra, authoritative scriptures, are above these four defects. Therefore, all the great saints and acharya, holy teachers, accept the scriptural injunction completely, without adulteration. Our position is simply to accept supreme authority without question. In this way, one can understand the Supreme Lord and Supreme Scientist, Lord Shri Krishna, through authority. One can perceive or detect him through authority. One can see him through authority. One can associate with him through authority. Similarly, one can also speak through authority, argue and defend through authority, and prove and demonstrate through authority. The supreme authority is the ultimate judgment, and Shri Krishna is that supreme authority. Men who have a profound of understanding further ask, how does one know that Krishna is the supreme authority? Lord Brahma, the first living being, and the engineer who creates all the living entity in the material universe sings as follows. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachinananda Viglaha Anadil Adil Govinda Salva Kalana Kalanam. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the very form of eternal being, full of knowledge and bliss. He is the prime of Lord Govinda and the cause of all causes. Shrimad Bhagavatam said, Krishna tu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead himself. Arjuna, the great devotee of the Lord, also said to Lord Krishna, you are the supreme Brahma, the ultimate, the supreme abode and forever, the absolute truth, and the eternal divine person. You are the primal God, transcendental and original, and you are the unborn and the all-pervading beauty. All the great sages, such as Nalada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa, proclaim this of you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. In the same way, all the Mahajanas, great self-realized personality, like Prahlad Maharaj, Shukadev Goswami, and Bali Maharaj, the great Acharya, holy teachers, like Madhavacharya, Ramanujacharya, and Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all my predecessor guru, spiritual master in disciplic succession, and now my spiritual master and eternal father. His divine grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada declare the same thing, that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Therefore, there should be no tinge of doubt. Our duty is just to follow the kind footsteps of these greatest of saintly personalities. In this way, we can understand the signs of Krishna. In spite of this, the project to control nature continues. Rather than researching to find out the plane of Supreme Being, rather than accepting the laws of nature as laws of God, the scientific mentality seeks to put mankind in the place of God in order to improve on nature. But when we inspect these activities closely, We can see that the two admitted goals, knowledge and pleasure, have not been achieved after so many years of trying. The materialist enjoined us to be patient, saying that very shortly the answer will be known and the pleasure will be available for all. To keep us amused in the meantime, there are technological trinkets galore in if if it happens that we die waiting. Still, the scientist does not admit the tragedy, since for him life is only a molecular peculiarity anyway. Peculiarity. Okay. Thus, the insensitive fritter away the valuable times of human life, time meant for discovering the answer to the most pressing of all questions. Why am I suffering? In fact, they won't even admit that they are suffering. Life thus wasted become a painful paradox in which each minute that passes increases the misery until finally the body collapses in agonized bewilderment. In a jeep in the 1940s, several sightings rode through the New Mexico desert. There were tens trying to resolve the nerve-wracking conflict of fear and dizzy elation in their minds. The Manhattan Project had come to an end, and they were to witness the first explosion of a nuclear device, which was being considered for use as the ultimate weapon to win the war. In their bunker, as they confront the terrifying specular power of the bomb, Dr. Oppenheimer quote a verse from the Bhagavad Gita: "Time I am, the destroyer of the world." So he knows the Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh, no doubt fearing that it would take a person as intelligent as God to be able to use atomic energy properly, and that humanity might not be equal to the task. To know that the that answer for certain, which evidence will be sufficient for us. The sublime words of the Gita, or the brute force of history. Thank you very much, Krishna Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Prabhu, Dandat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Krishna Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai, Hri Bol.
Jai Bol.
Okay, who wants to read?
Okay, shall I?
Yes, Prabhu.
Any sincere soul who is searching for spiritual signs must try to seek out a bona fide spiritual master in disciplic succession. Parampara. Lord Sri Krishna is the original spiritual master. The Vedic knowledge, as it is, has been handed down from master to disciple, one after another. Even on the mundane platform, if someone wants to learn chemistry, he has to approach a professor of chemistry. How much greater, then, is the need to approach a bona fide spiritual master to attain the supreme spiritual perfection? Krishna consciousness. It is absolutely necessary for a sincere soul to approach a bona fide spiritual master and surrender unto the lotus feet of the spiritual master without reservation. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu introduced Sanatana Goswami. Thus, the first and foremost thing is that one should accept a bona fide spiritual master. That is the beginning of spiritual life. The symptoms of a bona fide guru, spiritual master, and devotee are described in Padma Puran. A person who is qualified Brahman and at the same time qualified with all the symptoms of a devotee can become the spiritual master of all classes of men. And such a devotee and spiritual master must be respected as God himself. But a person, even though he may be born of a very respected Brahmana family, cannot become a bona fide spiritual master if he is not a devotee of the Lord. It is further said whether he may be whatever possible, whatever position he may have, if a person is fully conservant with the science of Krishna consciousness, he can become a bona fide spiritual master, initiator, or teacher of the science. In other words, his capability to become a bona fide spiritual master depends on his sufficient knowledge of the science of Krishna consciousness. It does not depend on birth or a particular position in society. The qualifications of a bona fide spiritual master are also described in the Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, where the sage Prabuddha tells Maharaj Nimi, "My dear king, please know for certain that in the material world there is no happiness. It is simply a mistake to think that there is happiness here because this place is full of nothing but miserable conditions. Any person who is seriously desirous of achieving real happiness must seek out a bona fide spiritual master and take shelter of him by initiation. The qualification of a spiritual master is that he must have realized the conclusion of the scriptures by deliberation and arguments, and thus be able to convince other of these conclusions. Such great personalities who have taken shelter of the Supreme Godhead, leaving aside all material considerations, are to be understood as bona fide spiritual masters. Everyone should try to find such a bona fide spiritual master in order to fulfill his mission of life, which is to transfer himself to the place of spiritual bliss. The sage further continued, "My dear king, a disciple has to accept the spiritual master not only as a spiritual master, but also as the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supersoul, in other words, the disciple should accept the spiritual master as God because he is the external manifestation of Krishna. Indeed, this material world is a vast ocean of sufferings and miseries, and the waves of Maya are constantly kicking the living entities before undoubtedly all human beings are urgently need the kind and able guidance of an expert captain to cross the vast ocean of Kali Yuga. If we are in the hands of an expert captain, our position is quite safe. Thus, bona fide spiritual master in disciplic succession is unquestionably an expert captain. Our material bodies are the ships, and the words of Krishna are the favorable winds. If one takes shelter of such a spiritual master, there is no difficulty in crossing this vast ocean of Kali Yuga. And excuse me.
So here we can see that the spiritual master is an expert captain. So the body is a ship and we are in the ship and we need to find a captain. And if we find someone who doesn't know how to turn the ship or doesn't know how to control the ship, and we tell him, okay, you become my guru, take my ship, and he crashes it to the first thing.
Yeah.
Is that really a wise thing to do? He should find an expert captain, and we should be sure that the captain is expert. Imagine you are in an airplane and you need to choose a pilot to fly the plane. otherwise it will crash. Of course, you will make
Yeah,
sure.
then some crazy fellow come. Said,
Yeah.
I will fly this plane.
Yes, you need to.
Just imagine what will happen.
Yeah, you need to make sure that you need to see his license, that okay, he has passed the school, okay, he has given this authorization that he can fly. His teacher has said that you go and fly the plane. Okay, now I know he can fly the plane. And then you see the result. If you can, you test him that how does he fly the plane? Okay, you see he can control, he can come down with the plane. Then you say, okay, you fly the plane.
Yeah,
So we have to study the spiritual master
Yes,
first.
Prabhu. At least 6 months one should study the spiritual master before accepting him.
Yeah, to see if he is a expert captain or not.
Yes, Prabhu.
Not like the bogus guru, Sadguru.
Yes, Prabhu. And
yeah,
here it was said that the spiritual master must be perfect in knowledge. He must know everything. He must know answer to everything. He must not be confused ever. Whether you-
that's yeah, bro. Because he's beyond of all kind of defects now,
Yes,
bro.
Prabhu.
The
Actually, do you remember seeing that video of just some years ago when Prabhupada had passed? Nimanita Prabhu showed that video. There is Jayapataka Swami is with his devotees on some balcony, and there is some reporter asking questions. And he asked
yeah,
Jayapataka Swami,
he's
why are
viewing that.
people
Yeah,
following you? Why are they following you everywhere?
yeah, yeah,
Jayapataka Swami turns, he looks confused, he says, I don't know. Ask them. He
yeah,
says,
yeah. He's confused.
yes,
He
Prabhu.
don't know.
Prabhupada would never give such answer that, oh, I don't know. So it makes the devotees look stupid. That why are you following this person? He would explain why the devotee must serve the guru. He would explain all this. But what answer is, I don't know. You ask them.
And he's actually in fear. He's saying that come na, I will visit the whole place.
Yes.
Come, don't ask me so many
Yeah.
questions. Yeah, like that. He's in a fear. Yeah,
Yeah, this was really nice chapter. Oh, we were at some point. We didn't finish it. Yeah, I got lost.
No, we didn't finish.
We didn't read this part yet. Or this.
Prabhu said he was interrupted.
Yes,
I
Prabhu. Do you
don't know.
remember which? Let's see. Let's find it. Maybe this part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. Okay, what verse this is? Is it
4 and 34.
was it pariprashnena? How did it go?
Yes,
Was it that one?
4.44, I think.
Yes, 434. Tadvitti pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshiyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Yeah, tattvadarshina.
Tattva yeah. And this point is very important, Tattva because the ISKCON people, they don't understand clearly this Tattva.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, one who has seen the truth. Tattvadarshina. Tattvadarshan.
yeah,
But the truth is the supreme truth. This is not some,
no,
Yes,
yeah, um, mundane truth. This is supreme,
yes.
yeah,
And here it is.
the
Yes,
absolute truth.
Prabhu. And here the process is explained nicely that one has to approach first the spiritual master or the devotees. Then he has to, the second step, this is important, many miss this. Inquire from him submissively. One shouldn't challenge when he comes to inquire. He should ask submissively. And then when he accepts, okay, they speak properly, then he should render service unto him.
Yeah, this is normal because we have to pay respect first.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Also in the Vedic literatures, we find Yasya Deve Para Bhaktir Yatha Deve Tata Guru Tasyaite Katita Yarta Prakashante Mahatmana. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. See, the faith is the key here, implicit faith. And then it's revealed, automatically revealed. It doesn't say that by doing some this tapasya or that tapasya or by reading, or it's actually the faith.
No.
But by this reading, we can increase the faith.
Yes, and Sundar Gopal Das Prabhu had many lectures where he emphasized in this implicit faith in the spiritual master is very, very important. So we have to develop this implicit faith to the spiritual master.
Yes, bro. Yeah, because without
this is where we can have all the knowledge actually.
Yes, Prabhu.
Like His Grace Sundar Gopal Das Prabhu, his faith is really high, you know. So the knowledge that he has is proportional to his faith.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, because he shows example how, or because he acts like Krishna is really there, because that's how serious he is. But others are just like taking it as some idea.
Yeah, we can hear his faith actually, because when he talk with so much faith, you know.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, so we have to we have the chance actually. We are very fortunate to have such disciple still here.
Yes,
and we can associate with him and talk with him, and he is so accessible and so kind, that we can ask him anything and he will respond to us. This is really our good fortune, I think.
Yes, Prabhu. Therefore, we simply have to depend on the kind and causeless mercy of the spiritual master and the Supreme Person of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, by the mercy of the Krishna, one gets a spiritual master, and by the mercy of the spiritual master, one gets Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated, the Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart of Arjuna, and is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made of the material energy. When the Supreme Lord within the heart sees the sincerity of the conditioned soul, he mercifully gives all opportunities for the deliverance of the fallen soul. Out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. Yeah, this is also important verse. Knowledge is the important thing here. Oh, it's 10:11. Tesham evanukam partam aham agnacham tama nasham ya atma bhavashto jnanadipena bhashvata.
What is the Sanskrit word for darkness? Nashayami.
Tamaha.
Tamaha.
Tamaha. Okay. Tamaha. Yes. The ignorance. Thank you very much.
Hey, boy. Okay, where we here? When one is enlightened with the knowledge by which science is destroyed, then his knowledge reveals everything, as the sun lights up everything in the daytime. It is an unquestionable fact that Neither doctors, nor social and political leaders, nor philanthropists can solve the basic problems of life, namely birth, death, old age, and disease. At any moment, the material body will be finished. Everyone, therefore, should prepare for inevitable death, but without the background of the transcendental science, Krishna consciousness, and without the merciful guidance of the expert spiritual master, how can one prepare for impending death? Parikshit Maharaj, a great king and devotee of the Lord, had 7 days time to prepare for death, but we do not know even for sure whether we have 7 minutes to prepare for death. King Parikshit spent those days exclusively hearing the great sage Sukadev Goswami speaking the Srimad Bhagavatam, which describes the transcendental qualities of the Supreme Person of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. In this way, he perfected his life. Material scientists and philosophers cannot give transcendental knowledge to their students. They have no qualifications to do so. However, a bona fide spiritual master who is 100% Krishna consciousness, see, can impart complete transcendental knowledge, the science of Krishna, to his disciples, and thus he can solve all their problems in life. See here, 100%. This means 0% Mayavadi. If one is 1% Sadguru supporter, then he cannot be any spiritual master or anything, because 100% Krishna consciousness. This means thinking about Krishna, not thinking about Brahma Jyoti or something else.
Yes, yes. So I think it's quite accurate that when we see those bogus guru on ISKCON, they just support those uh, Sadguru and others who just speculate. I think that we can know that they are really bogus guru.
Yeah.
They don't. This is this is quite accurate, but people don't read no more Srila Prabhupada book,
Yes, bro.
so they cannot know about that. You know.
Yeah. Basic idea is lost.
So I think that ISKM is very nice because we somehow or others we are forced to read.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So this is good for us, so that we can be no more trapped in the illusion.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, actually, or everything in ISKM points one to read the books, because if you join any lecture, there is all the books. There is always book showing. You must read
Yes.
anyway.
Yes. True.
Yeah.
Very true. And it is more than that. When I watch video of Tadvavi Prabhu or Vishwamba Das Prabhu, yes, it give us some taste, to read, because they are so passionate about it. When they give lecture, they are passionate, there is passion, and it give you the passion too, it just uh, you just want to read, so
Yes. Yeah.
I think, yeah, this is the real thing. ISKM devotee are really passionate about reading,
Yes, Prabhu.
and it's very good because in ISKCON they they try to find solution to make devotee read, because ISKCON devotee don't read.
Yeah.
This is a fact. Yeah.
Many of the initiated disciples haven't even read the Bhagavad Gita yet. Sundar Gopal Prabhu himself said this is really common. When you go, you ask from many initiated disciples, have you read the Bhagavad Gita yet fully? And many say they haven't read fully.
Yeah, and even if they read fully, they read one time and they just don't read again.
Yes, Prabhu. They
It
say,
doesn't make
"Oh,
sense,
I finished Bhagavad Gita." They say I finished, they say.
Yeah, they finish. Yeah, this is the word. They said, I'm finished, so I don't read. I was surprised, just astonished. What, what nonsense? What nonsense is that? Because you, you, how can we finish the Bhagavad Gita
Yes, Prabhu.
when actually we will be realized soul, perhaps, but now we cannot say that we finish this Bhagavad Gita. We have to understand clearly, entirely the whole book.
Yes, Prabhu. They think it's a movie that you watch the movie one time and you know, okay, now I know the movie. But this is not some movie like that, some material thing that you take once and okay, now I've seen it, throw it away.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it showed that they don't have clear vision about the knowledge. They are misguided, misled. So
Yes,
so so they don't understand that they need to go further in more deeply in the knowledge.
yes, that's true. And there is no, because the seniors are not motivating them to read books, and if they are motivating, they say that read something more simple than Prabhupada's books. They say that, oh, here is some old guru has made it.
Yes, because they are disconnected
Yes,
from
Prabhu.
Prabhupada.
Yeah.
If you are connected, you understand Prabhupada very well, actually.
Yes, Prabhu.
I think he is not very hard to understand.
Yes, it's the most simplest actually. It's the easiest.
Yes,
For example, this book, much harder to understand. When we read this
yes,
book, much
yes,
harder.
yes.
It's not
And
simple.
it's its disciple.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
But Srila Prabhupada books is very, very clear, I think. It's very,
Yes.
I don't understand the people that then say that it's very hard to understand. It is because they are disconnected. And now we know that why they are disconnected. Because they make offense.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that's the thing. They need this
So,
mercy.
so yeah, yes, yes, yes. So we now know what we're supposed to tell them, those ISKCON devotees, because yes, they are confused because they make offenses, so they cannot understand those books actually.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, Lord Sri Krishna is the supreme absolute truth. The absolute truth must descend from the absolute platform. It is not to be understood by the ascending process. One cannot therefore approach the Supreme Person of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, directly. In the Adi Purana, Lord Krishna addresses Arjuna, my dear Partha, one who claims to be my devotee is not so. Only a person who claims to be the devotee of my devotee is actually my devotee. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, I am not a Brahmana, I am not a Kshatriya, I am not a Grihastha, and I am not a Vanaprastha. I do not belong to any of the 8 varnashramas, occupational and spiritual divisions of society. I am the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant, 100 times the servant of the maintainer of the gopis, Krishna. This is the perfect example given by the perfect master, Lord Sri Krishna himself. So there is not the verse here. Dasa dasa anudasa.
Yes, this is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yes,
Yes, Prabhu.
Adi Purush, Adi or Adi Lila or Madhya Lila
I don't remember.
or Antya Lila. Mm.
The spiritual master is therefore the transparent via medium through which to approach the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Yeah, also the Ritvik representative is a via medium through which to approach Srila Prabhupada or the Diksha Guru. This is
Oh yes,
what
I
Shiksha
was
Guru
about to
does.
ask that.
Yes,
So
Prabhu.
Sundar Gopal Das Prabhu is a via medium of
Yes,
Srila Prabhupada. Yes.
yes, and if you want to connect to Prabhupada, you really must go to someone who is connected to Prabhupada. Otherwise, as you said, in ISKCON, they cannot understand the book because they are not connected to Prabhupada. Even though they are
Yes.
reading the book, they are reading the same book, but why they do not understand? Because they make offense and they are not connected to someone who is really connected to Prabhupada.
Yes.
Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, a great Acharya, holy teacher, kindly gives us the following sublime instruction in famous prayers for the glorification of the spiritual master. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado yasya prasada nagati kutopi jayam stuvam stasya yasya stri sandhyam vande guru sri charana ravindam. If one satisfies the spiritual master, the supreme person of Godhead becomes satisfied. If one does not satisfy the spiritual master, there is no chance of one's being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. I should therefore meditate upon him, pray for his mercy 3 times a day, and offer my respectful obeisances unto him, my spiritual master. Yes, this is important. If one does not satisfy the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. So
Yes.
immediately one becomes useless because if you don't have any chance to be promoted, what is the use of your any action? It's useless.
Yes. This is what we talked yesterday, I think, and it shows that those bogus guru is useless now because they cannot attain Krishna consciousness.
Yes, Prabhu.
But now that I know that, and I realize that when I saw them, I think that this is some kinds of circus, you know. They do the devotional activity, but I know that they are offending Prabhupada, and I just don't get it. Why they continue?
Yes, Prabhu, but because it's the these anarthas when they grow, first they are like seedlings, and when they water them by doing offensive chanting, that
Yeah.
is the watering process. And then they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you have big
Mm.
tree, it's not so easy to cut anymore. And when you have big
Yeah.
forest, I believe, think about it, big forest of anarthas, and there is the little Bhakti Lata beach in the middle there. It's completely
Yeah.
hidden. There's all the forest trees, and they need, some big machines or something to cut these trees of fences.
True. And what you said, Nimai Das Prabhu does wonderful lectures in Singapore about that, Bhaktilata Beach, and it's very well explained what you said. So yes, they become illusion by their own anatta nivritti. They,
Yes.
they become illusion by their own uh, anatta. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
very complicated for them to come back from that. Yeah,
The
very
whole ego is
complicated.
also so big too, because that it requires a lot of humbleness in that position to all of them who get like tried to turn, they completely like became crazy. Of these gurus
Yeah,
who tried to turn good, they became crazy because it's it's a lot to handle when you really accept that, oh, what I have done to Prabhupada. It's really hard to accept if you have done something really that kind horrible things.
yes. So because they developed a very strong bond for many years actually before they betray him and just disobey him.
Yes, Prabhu.
So yeah, they will turn up crazy. Yeah, yeah,
They
it's
have climbed a
understandable.
huge hill actually when they have done so much service because this human life is rare, and to get Krishna conscious association is even more rare. This means they have climbed more higher and higher and higher. And why had they have climbed high? And here this verse reminds me of this, that the doors of liberation are opened wide to one who has achieved human life. But if a human being simply devotes himself to family life like foolish birds, or this we can understand, if a human being simply devotes himself to sense gratification, then
Yes.
he is to be considered as one who has climbed a high place only to trip and fall down. Imagine they
Mm,
climbed a huge mountain, huge, struggle to get to the mountain, a lot of service. Why? Just so we could jump down from the mountain. It's so unfortunate, actually. They came so far and so close. Came so close to the real goal. Many of these
yeah.
became, they were given a position of Ritvik representative. Imagine how big honor this is to do for a Prabhupada. And none of them
Mm,
wanted to do it. They got
yeah.
the highest position just to suicide from there. It's crazy.
Yes. Yes. Crazy. This is the number of the verse. I didn't see. So if you can show.
Yeah,
Okay.
inside.
11.7.74. Okay. It's a great verse.
Yes,
Great
Prabhu.
verse.
Yes, Sundar Gopal Prabhu showed it.
Mm. So, sorry, but actually, do you think that this is their karma, that they disobey to Prabhupada?
I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure like why this happens actually. Like,
Yes, because sometimes I talk with Amori Prabhu and uh, just tell me that perhaps it's their karma, that they end up to disobey Prabhupada.
yes, but I think it's the offenses. Because the karma is taken away when they got initiated. But if you do offenses, then by those offenses, you start to commit sinful activities. So then you
Yes,
get karma.
makes more sense here.
Yes,
Mm.
but it's not their
Yeah.
previous karma because most of these got initiated. So Prabhupada took their karma. But after that, they can, of course, generate new karma.
Yes,
And
if
that happens
you
by
do
offense.
offensive. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhupada.
Yes. So now I think that the best thing that we can do is to um, learn how to make sure that we don't do offenses
Yes,
when
yeah.
we are initiated.
Yes, Prabhu. That's most dangerous, actually.
Yeah, because if we do offenses, we will end up like those bogus guru.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, one has to guard the Bhaktilata beach. One has to fence it from all sides, and he has to guard it. And then he has to pick out all the weeds that are growing with the Bhaktilata beach. And he
Mm.
must avoid offending Vaishnava, because that is the mad elephant offense.
Yes,
What is the
yes.
Sanskrit name? I forgot. Is it up some mad elephant offense? Was it Apratihata? What I remember right.
I forgot. True, but there is a verse.
Yes, here is mad elephant offense. Yeah, offense by one at the feet of a pure devotee may be likened to the mad elephant who devastates a very good garden if it enters. So see, they had made a really nice garden with their Bhaktilata. They did so much service to Prabhupada, and then the mad elephant came.
Do you know the verse?
This is purport, 2230 purport.
I remember that Nimai Nitai Das Prabhu quote this Mad Elephant verse.
Yes, Prabhu.
Given. Yes.
One must be very careful to guard himself against offenses at the feet of pure devotees, just as one protects a creeper by all around fencing. But see,
Mm.
it's also offense. If you go to ISKCON Guru's presence and he talks something that is against Prabhupada's order and you are silent, that is offense to Prabhupada also. So many commit
Yeah.
like this.
Yes.
That's why I don't go
So
in, because I went once and I knew that if I see any wrong things, I cannot go instructing all these. They are older than me and they will just throw me out of the temple. So I was thinking, what is my goal to even go there? Because I cannot
yeah,
do anything, and if I do anything, they just throw me away. So what can I win?
yeah. So we I have two instruction for not associate no more with ISKCON devotee is to protect me from that too.
Yes,
I think. Mm.
only if they say that, okay, I want to learn about this, what you are doing,
Yes.
what you're
Yes.
studying, then we can say. It so happens that by the watering process, some weeds are also grown, and unless such weeds are uprooted, the nurturing of the main creeper or the creeper of Bhakti Yoga may be hampered. Actually, these weeds are material enjoyment, merging of the self in the absolute without separate individuality, and many other desires in the field of religion, economic development, sense enjoyment, and emancipation.
So these are the weeds of material
Yes,
enjoyment.
Prabhu. So these, when one chants with offenses, then these grow also.
Yes, and it grows much more quicker.
Yes, Prabhu.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that's why one needs to try his best to minimize the offenses when he chants. He actually, even though he's doing the offenses, he needs to mind that I'm trying my best not to do them. Then he's
So they perhaps they say it say much more further. What are the symptoms that you actually nourishes those weeds or cultivating those weeds?
Let's see if it's a. There are many other
Mm.
ways like disobedience to the tenets of the revered scriptures, unnecessary engagements, killing animals, and hankering after material gain, prestige, and adoration. So if one chants having these things in his mind, then he will gain more and more want for these things.
Mm. So perhaps this is why they end up like this: prestige and adoration.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah,
This
it's
is
like
this is
that.
good one, yeah, for them, because now they have some very high position.
Yeah,
Prabhus, what does prestige mean?
it means I think it's kunnia. Yeah, arvavalta kunnia.
Okay, thank you.
If sufficient care is not taken, then the watering process may only help to breed the weeds, stunting the healthy growth of the main creeper and resulting in no fructification of the ultimate requirement, love of God. So see, they may be doing chanting, they may be doing the whole process, but they are doing offense to Prabhupada. That's why they're just growing the weeds by that process.
Yes, yes.
So it's really dangerous because it looks good. It looks good that we are growing something nice, but actually they are just doing the complete opposite. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, this is very, very dangerous, and it's quite interesting actually.
Yes,
Very
Prabhu.
interesting.
The devotee must therefore be very careful to uproot the different weeds in the very beginning. Only then will the healthy growth of the main creeper not be stunted. Yeah, when these weeds come, one has to point them out. One has to see them. Oh, I'm doing this
Yeah.
wrong. I'm doing that wrong. Then he has to discard it and throw it away again. And again, it will sometime after grow. That's why one should stay alert and he should fence the weed, no, fence the Bhaktilata beach with, attention and he needs to be attentive to what he's doing. So by that he can guard.
You have to become a perfect gardener.
Yes, bro.
Just cultivate the latabish, but bhakti latabish very
Yes, bro.
with attention and yeah, carefully.
Yeah, not like
Uh,
that you come check for every 1 week, that you plant one thing somewhere. Every 1 week you come see if there has been rain or something. You see, oh, it's growing nicely. One has to go. One has to be eager to see this. Oh, has it grown more? Has it grown more? Is there something wrong with it? Is there something bad? Is there some
yeah,
bugs? Is
yeah,
there something going
true,
on?
true. Yes, we have to pay attention and
Yes, Prabhu.
yeah.
Yeah. Just like the criminals grow their weed.
Mm,
Just like that. They're really attentive. They want to make the
yeah,
biggest. They are
yeah.
just
We have to become like that. Yes, it's
Prabhu.
true. It's true. Sufficient care.
And by so doing, the devotee is able to relish the fruit of love of God and thus live practically with Lord Krishna, even in this,
Mm.
and be able to see the Lord in every step.
So I think that in order to point out the uh, uh, what the offenses and the creepers, we have to associate with devotee.
Yes,
I
Prabhu.
think that this is the key, the association of devotee. So
Yeah.
when someone become full-time devotee, he had more the environment is just more suitable for pointing the creepers and just get rid out of it.
Yes, Prabhu.
I
Yeah.
think.
And there is
Yeah.
two things also that help a lot of in not committing these offenses. It is here it is said that, but a devotee should be very cautious of committing offenses at the feet of another devotee. Because how we can usually commit offenses? It is when we associate with other devotees and when we are careless, especially with the senior devotees, when we are careless, when we
Yes.
start to familiarize with too much with them, think that they're my friend and equal to me as friend or something like this. That is the problem. That's why there comes the Trinada Pisunichena, because one has to be humble and tolerant. That is two things.
Yes.
If you are always tolerant, you won't commit offenses. Whatever someone says to you, you won't get angry at him. So you won't ever attack personally anyone. You might attack someone's philosophy, but that's never personal. That is helping the person. And also
Yes.
being humble, that is also the other really important thing, because you have to always see yourself lower than the others. Even some newcomer comes some way or other, you should try to find ways to see how you are not advanced. And one good tip from Tadvai Prabhu was that if you start to feel puffed up, then compare yourself to someone who is higher than you. This because when we associate with someone who are on lower level than us or on the same level, easily we can get puffed up. But we must not compare ourselves to who are lower than us. We must always turn the comparison to the someone who is higher. Then we can see that we are actually.
Yes, true. Thank you very much. This is very interesting.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much for association. Really nice.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
See,
I need to
elephant.
watch.
Yes, Prabhu.
I need to watch again the lectures of Nimai Nitai Das, because now this conversation, this discussion was very nice, and I understand more about what the subject that he point out in his lectures. It was really nice lecture, actually, really nice. It's not so it's not so so old, it's I think 2 months ago. Oh yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Yesterday I found few videos that I was going to watch. I'm wondering if it's those. I'll find them now. Let's see.
I recommend you to watch those, because the discussion that we have now, it's related.
Is
He
it
was
this?
in Singapore, actually. He
Oh, this
was
is
in
3 years
Singapore.
ago. See,
Yeah.
Prabhu, you should also watch these videos. I will also watch, but I found this yesterday. I clicked this. This is 3 years ago, but this seem really nice, the topics. Where are you spiritually? How to attain firm faith? And the second one is unwanted habits, purification,
Krishna.
anartha nivritti. This is really high topic, so I was thinking I will see how nice the Nimanitai Prabhu made this.
Yes, you made very nice the video. Yeah, this is good.
Yes, Prabhu. I will send this to the group so I remember to watch it.
Yes, thank you.
There is actually many that are like this, that they disappear. They are somewhere in the channel that were like really amazing.
I know, but cannot do some how to say, category of those video
Yes,
in
Prabhu.
the
There should
group.
be better ones.
Yeah.
But they desire that why shall I serve Krishna?
Yeah, this
I
was
shall become
high
Krishna.
quality video.
This is Abhi.
I'm not sure if I'm
That which is full of misery to be blissful. Oh, let's go out and drink, let's eat, meat. It's completely in the mode of ignorance, yet people think that there is happiness in such things. Then asmita, false ego. You see, so I and mine, this understanding, there's a verse in the Bhagavatam that speaks of this. Oh my Lord, the people of the world are embarrassed by all material anxieties. They are always afraid. They always try to protect wealth, body, friends. They viciously base their undertakings on the perishable.
Okay, let's go to six Astakam prayers so everyone can get ready for the morning program.
Yes.
Yes, because otherwise I will be the reason why no one is waking up. Then
Yeah, today somehow again Prabhu some 12 or 15 people arrived at the time
Yes.
morning session.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, it was very good actually. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, will you be there too, Sula Prabhu, tomorrow?
Yes, by your blessing.
Haribo.
Try to be there, Sula Prabhu. Yeah, because I was amazed that you were here. You know, I just say that. Yeah, this is good. I can chant with Sula Prabhu.
Haribo.
Oh, that is so far away. Look at that 100% without any tinge of personal motivation. That's like million miles away from where I'm at now. Oh no.
Did I read this part? This is the great Vaishnava Krishna conscious tradition. The duty of the disciple is to always think and act to satisfy the spiritual master in all circumstances. Therefore, one should execute the orders of the spiritual master 100%. Yes, the order, because why they try to hide the July 9 letter? It's direct order. So 100%, they cannot say that, okay, we can throw the July 9 letter away. It's not important because that is order. So if that's not there, then it's 90% or something. It needs to be
Yes.
100%.
Do they
Without
say
any
something like that it doesn't matter what the July 9th letter says?
They don't say it directly, but they act like it's not important.
Oh, right, yes.
Also, and when it came out first time, they hide it for like 15 years almost. And because Prabhupada said that distribute this to every temple, he said like this. But then the person who was given the task to do it, he didn't do anything, and it didn't really spread anywhere. And that times they in their time they had mail, they had things like this to spread things. They didn't have or WhatsApp that you send a PDF to one temple and they all get it. So this July 9 letter, it took over 20 years even to be known a little bit. There, it was so big time. Today I read the story about how, like, what happened there. Yeah, today. Yeah, this Rameshvara was there and Tamal, and they hid the letter. It was sent to Rameshvar so he was supposed to make a copy and send it to every GPC, but it was never done. And when it was spread to few people, Tamal never explained what it was about. He just gave it and didn't give any, explanation. And then it was never started, no one started to follow it, and they thought it's not so important. See here.
Prabhu,
It appears Rameshvara did not send it to the temples. So if not Tamal or Rameshvara, then who did?
Prabhu, can you send me also that?
Yes, Brahma.
Yes, thank you. That sounds so interesting.
Here, in which temples did the presidents or devotees even receive the July 9 letter? Was it posted or read in those temples? And who could understand its importance without explanation from Tamal? So Prabhupada used so much time to make this letter, make these explanations, everything. And when it was supposed to be spread out, no one spread it out anywhere.
I want to say something.
Yes, Prabhu.
It's about Aero Prabhu. Why Aero Prabhu is sound like a 60-year-old person without on the without on
I don't know
yeah.
what Yeah, I remember you talked about, wrote about that when it was after the Yappa. I think I sounded like a 6 years old when I did the Yappa chanting.
This is the normal sound of all the Finnish persons, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We all
I,
sound like 60 years.
Yes.
but I with Amoli
Yeah,
Prabhu think that your voice is really, really good actually. I
Yes.
really love your voice.
yeah,
Yeah,
his voice
it's
is like a wizard.
it's like transcendental, you know. We don't used to hear this voice in Reunion Island, you know.
Wow.
There are no voice like you here.
Yeah, nice
So
save. Thank you.
no, yeah,
Try to
there are
Hero
no voice
Prabhu.
like you here. So when you talk, and I really enjoy it because yeah, this is like Prabhupada, you know. Prabhupada, he had a very a mystical voice. I cannot describe.
This is going too much praise already. It was 60 years old, and now you're giving. It was a great save so far. This
No,
is
no,
going
this is
too
Hero,
much already.
Hero Prabhu is saying that I don't want to go to hell by taking some false praise. No, Prabhu,
Yeah.
you are a very, very sincere person. Yes, Prabhu.
yeah. Don't be ashamed. This is great voice actually.
Yes. Thank you.
See, here it was said, with no commentary or discussion, the July 9th letter was simply forgotten. It was not included in the letters from Srila Prabhupada books. So there was books that was called Letters by Srila Prabhupada, and it was not included that. It remained hidden until published in the June 1990. So see, 13 years it was hidden. And where it was found from Hamsaduta's safe. So one person, they stole it kinda from one safe. There was a big safe, and it was recovered from there. And then it in 1990, there was already 13 years of this guru business going on. 13 years they had time to do all kinds of nonsense until the Ritvik thing was first spread. And then it took another 10 years so that the letter got to spread everywhere. And only around this time, Sundar Gopal Prabhu heard about this letter first time. So it was not known for so long time. Here it is said, Tamal had disappeared 240 tapes, suppressed many letters. Yeah, in here it is said that Tamal said to everyone that don't send Prabhupada letters. At the final months here, Tamal said, stop sending letters. Tamal even advised the GPC that devotees should no longer write to Srila Prabhupada. From Nityananda Das, I remember receiving these instructions from our GPC man and then explaining these in class at the new Talavan farm in early 1977. I was very affected and depressed by this new instruction. As for years I had worked hard to produce preaching results that I could report to Srila Prabhupada in my periodic letters to him, not wanting to bother Srila Prabhupada while he was ill, I stopped writing to him. When a farm devotee named Dasanudas wrote to Srila Prabhupada without me knowing it, and a reply came for him in the mail, it was especially painful that I could not write to Srila Prabhupada. See, Tamal said to certain devotees that Prabhupada is ill, don't write any letters. Don't, harass him. He was the known man. He's known as the no man.
Ah, that relates to it. I remember you told me about
Yes.
the No Man, the nickname.
Yeah. See, when Tamal sent it to this Rameshvara, who was supposed to copy it to all the GPC, his cover letter that is explaining what this means, it didn't contain anything about the Ritvik system. Tamal acted as though it was no big news. Tamal had it to send it to Rameshvara, but he did not have to explain it. Yeah, and it was this Tamal's cover letter was missing for 42 years until somehow found by the archives in 2019. See, just a few years ago. And these tapes, they might be still around. They might be still, because we think with Dimitri Prabhu that eventually these tapes will be found again. Many people think that they are in Tamal Krishna Goswami's Dallas headquarters. Many think that they are there hidden, but no one can go check it yet.
Wow, it will be a very good adventure, huh?
Yes, bro, imagine. Here it is said that Tamal had disappeared 240 tapes. Imagine how many times Prabhupada has mentioned Ritwik system in these tapes. It was also during the time of July 9, July 10, July 11. All these are gone. Here, all this is
So
like Ravana disguising
this
himself as
is
a
this
Brahman.
is Hak's criminal activity.
Yes, Prabhu.
These people, what will happen to them? They are all going to hell. This
Yes,
Tamal.
and most saddest thing is that they are misleading so many people. That's the saddest part.
Yeah, that is the biggest problem.
Here it said that a fraud possible only because many tapes and letters were hidden or missing. After concealing Srila Prabhupada's instructions for future gurus and initiations, Tamal and cohorts were free to claim what they wanted. They and the GPC simply announced Srila Prabhupada had appointed them as the new initiating gurus. With today's information so readily available due to amazing facilitations of internet, it's hard to imagine how printed material, cassettes, tapes, mail letters, telegrams, and landline phones were the modes of communication in the 1977. Yeah, then there was, Prabhupada couldn't call every temple that there was no proper way to communicate this message to everyone. So they used this to their advance. But I think they didn't know that internet will come, because 1977, what did they know? That there will be internet, everyone will seeing, all the letters will be shown, everything will be shown. They didn't think that then. They think that we can hide everything because there is nothing.
Yeah, it's like around 1994,
Hey, right.
1995. That's time this computer and internet revolution
Yes,
started.
Prabhu.
This
Yeah.
IT revolution.
So they
Yeah.
really believe that they can hide it because they didn't know that there is going to be this internet era. But now Krishna exposed everything. Everything is there. You can just Google 1 second and you can find every letter, every evidence there.
Yeah, it's look like basically this internet is Mahaprabhu's invention.
Yes, Prabhu.
Mahaprabhu sent these
Yeah,
things.
actually, internet is only meant for the devotees. That's what Prabhu always says. It's only for the devotees, really. Okay, now
What do you mean, but only for the devotees?
because the others use it for nonsense, and the devotees use it only for good use. So it's only really meant for the devotees to learn Krishna consciousness. It should have.
Oh,
Yes, Prabhu.
like us.
Yeah, it should have no other things going on in the internet. Only these materials should be there.
Yeah, right. Just like us, like we are in Finland, and otherwise we wouldn't have heard from,
Prabhu. Yeah.
Singapore and from them ISK. Yes, yes. Or in other way, if internet wasn't, we would probably other way met them like live or something.
Yes, Prabhu.
And Prabhu, what I think, if this internet is not there now, we also following all this guru nonsense because we have no such capability to do all this detective investigation or anything.
Yes, I will be some atheistic fellow eating some meat,
Yeah.
some chicken wings.
Yeah, but wasn't it
Also,
that?
it's Saturday.
All right, internet. Yes, nothing anymore. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, it's totally Mahaprabhu's mercy, I
Yes.
think. Otherwise,
So Jenny Prabhu has 3%. I have 9%. Oh no, Jenny Prabhu is. Yeah,
I have 18%. Everybody's battery is low.
Yes, Prabhu. We don't have any energy.
I my battery is also low, but I put on its charge and watching, doing this class.
Okay, Haribol. In few days, it's Gora Purnima time.
So what's then? A festival?
Yes, Prabhu.
A fast?
Yeah, it's fasting until noon, and then then it's Ekadashi Prasadam, and next day we can do feast. So it's more like fasting.
Okay, is there some special, like lectures or something coming on?
I'm not sure. I think not the lecture will be after Gora Purnima. We will have like Istagoshti for Gora Purnima after Gora Purnima. But that day everyone will be very busy in temple, so I don't think there will be many things.
All right. Okay. Yes.
But maybe you can come here and you can take some prasadam if I cook something. I try to make some Ekadashi prasadam that day.
When was it? On Monday? 2 days.
Yes, Prabhu. I think.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes.
I hope I there in Finland. I am missing.
Yes, Prabhu.
Finland, Finland, cold Finland, dark Finland.
Yeah. It's still
Yeah.
weather in Finland. It feels like this year
Yeah,
summer is never coming.
Sujoy Prabhu is asking about fasting.
It's up to evening. I think it's until it is until moonrise, I think. 25.
Yeah,
Three.
Mahaprabhu appeared 7:30 at the evening possibly.
Yeah, because he appears as the shining moon, so it's until the moon rise. What is the time? Moon set, moon rise. Was it 25?
And when Lord appeared, everywhere is roaring Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Yeah. See, it is
Yeah, it's
1840 in Finland. So we can take 1840. I was last year in the ISKCON temple, and yeah, I think they had grain prasadam there, and they had some gulab jamuns, and I took one gulab jamun, and I felt so bad after that. I've been feeling bad after. I went to
no, bro, like
and I ate.
what we can take?
It's
What we can take?
Ekadashi prasadam. Anukalpa prasadam. So
No,
without
I mean without grain, right?
yes, bro. But last year I took accidentally grain. I ate gulab jamun. Then I felt bad.
Yeah, I felt so also. Was it? I think it was on Christmas. Like,
No, I want to, yeah, bro. Like why gulab jamun is grain? It means sugar is there, right?
Yes, bro. But I think maybe it wasn't, because I'm not sure. But I think always gulab jamun has, because it's made with flour.
Gulab
Sorry,
jamun is, I
mommy.
think, only milk, right?
Yeah, there is milk,
I
but I
don't.
think it has flour. Let's see. Some gulab jamuns had. When I made it, it had some flour. See, 5 tablespoons of maida, all-purpose flour. But
Oh,
but
okay.
maybe they did it with something else. So I'm not sure. I'm praying that I was saved.
Oh, this is problem.
Yes, Prabhu.
And
Yeah, I
and
was-
like sugar is also, no? Sugar is also, I think, grain.
No, sugar we can take, of course. I was planning first.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking that should I go or not go, because Jaakko Prabhu is going there. So I was thinking we could do invasion with Eero Prabhu. We could take over the temple. But then I was thinking that no, it's not maybe a good idea.
Oh, where? ISKCON temple.
Yes, Prabhu.
When? When?
Monday when is Gora Purnima.
Oh, are you okay? You thought we were gonna make some kind of okay.
Yeah, the
But
boat
Jaakko Prabhu is going there. I'm sorry
Yes,
for talking
yes,
over.
Jaakko Prabhu said he's going there on the Gora Purnima.
He's still. I don't understand why he's still. He isn't afraid that it gets his, consciousness.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, he
Okay.
maybe thinks that if he doesn't go there, then he's not doing any Krishna conscious activity. He maybe thinks that he's not.
Oh, right. Yes, as active or something, like it's not as powerful if he doesn't go in the temple or something.
Yeah.
Because he's not that active also on the group, but he does know the difference, and he is actually in the eyes, the mindset. He knows the Ritvik is the right and all that.
But Prabhuji, but it's actually dangerous. However, we know we are conditioned, sir.
Yes, Prabhu.
So we can fall down.
Yeah. I could make, because last year I didn't have to talk to anyone much. There were so many people. I was only talking to Jaakko Prabhu. And there was, first thing when I went early there, and then what I did, I asked if I can do some cleaning service. And then I got to mop the whole temple room. And there was Lord Nrsimhadev, Nitai Gaura Sundar, there was Srila Prabhupada. I moved in front of them, and it was really nice. It was like really.
Hari bol, Hari bol.
And then we cleaned all the places with Jakob Prabhu. He showed me how to clean all those places. And after that, the program started, and then we just sing kirtan, and then there was just prasadam. There was one lecture. On that lecture, I was thinking, oh, I shouldn't hear this. That was only part.
Yeah,
I was thinking, oh, this is
philosophy you should not hear.
yes, Prabhu. It felt like some Krishna story actually. There was
I know exactly what you mean, Prabhu. Been there, done that. Yeah.
it's really weird. And the speaker also, he was trying to speak, fast, kind of, to get it over with. He was kind of.
Wow, what devotion? Just hurriedly, like, okay.
Then it was like 40 minutes. Everyone got really tired that time. Everyone started to look at their phones, and they were like, because it was not engaging. It was not like properly engaged. It was like some people
this
was
is you
talking
talking.
down there. What, Prabhu?
This is ISKCON Helsinki, right, bro?
Yes, Prabhu. And then they asked me to do if I can do some computer, because they didn't know how to work the computer. They asked if I can help with the computer, and yeah, I didn't discuss with them much. I didn't want to discuss with the seniors much, so I was only with Jakob Prabhu, and then there was some newcomers, and then there was some popular person. One podcast maker was there, really popular in Finland. So then I was with that person because I know him from before. So then I talked with him and explained about this Christian con, and I was preaching to the newcomers basically. So in a way, I didn't associate with the ISKCON people that time because I was just talking with some newcomers, and yeah, so that's why I was thinking.
Yeah, just invite them and take their people to our
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. So I was thinking that should we go or not go, but then I got like lazy minded that I don't want to go. it's that.
You were 3 Prabhujis are there. You, Jacob Prabhu, and Ero Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, we would be 3 there.
Yeah, it would be actually interesting on my behalf. Because I actually know them. I knew them before ISKM, but I mean, I don't know how would it go? How could I be like neutral at the same time and like I don't know anymore because I know they're wrong. So I would be my mindset is already different.
But they don't talk much then, because they are just in the kitchen and something. Only what if they talk, they give some service that, oh, can you do this or can you do that? So
yeah, but it would be interesting, because I know some of they remember me if I go there. So it would be interesting niin kuin toisaalta to see how what would be the interaction with them. I don't even know how would I. Yeah. It would be so weird because they would be probably be like, "Oh, Eero, hi," and I would be like, "I don't want to be too friendly with him because like it would be weird, very weird, actually now."
Yeah, and that is actually very very weak point. Ero Prabhu, when they will talk like with you like this, and you will basically fall down for that. Don't talk with them.
Yeah, that's why I the last message was that I'm not coming. The one who has a camp in Finland, Kopala Lakes of Kopala Valley. So she asked me, Eero, when are you coming? But I already met you, and I was convinced it was last summer or something. I just wrote her that I'm not coming anymore. I'm going 100% ISKM, and she just wrote me back like, okay, and just smiling, and sent me one like video following Prabhupada, and that was it. She never contacted me anymore.
Yes,
so they understood that, but I had some kind of friendly, so-called friendly relationships. They weren't the same behavior like they had with Jaakko. What you heard, like they yelled at him and that.
They don't do that. If you don't go regularly there, then they won't do much that because Jaakko has been going a lot and he has been like trying to challenge them a lot. But if you don't interact with them, they won't interact much with you. This is what I noticed.
Oh, okay.
They were kind of scared to talk with me because whatever I said, I was talking about Prabhupada, and they didn't, they didn't want to talk so much about philosophy. So they were scared to engage with me because they was confused because they were seeing this is some newcomer. He's completely we never seen this person much, but then he talks only about Krishna and he started preaching to everyone. And we are seniors and we are just sitting here and we are not adding anything or we are not. So they were looking like, they wanted to talk something else. I remember when we saw them and
They sensed something that they can't even,
yeah,
that you're higher, you know. They sensed
many
something
of them
like,
didn't
okay,
want to talk with me much. They just
yeah, they sensed it. Yeah,
Yeah, they are
definitely.
thinking that from where this realized person came, maybe falling down from
Yeah, probably. I actually think that they sensed it, that okay, this is higher, that we can't like,
yes,
they got confused.
Yeah, because I know that they couldn't confuse me because I never was, sympathizing with them at all. But I can be really friendly. So that's why I think they get confused because some person like this comes and he's really friendly, but he's really new and they think why he's so friendly, where he learned all this like of being friendly. And usually I think when people go there, they they don't know these etiquettes if they are newcomer, so they act like complete karmi. And then there's someone who comes and he wants to do service, because first thing I ask, oh, what is the, like, do you have any basic service that I can do? And I went like that and I said, I've never been in the temple, I want to do some service. And yeah, then I just started it.
Yeah, all right. That would have been funny to see, actually. When did you go there, by the way?
Year ago, the last Gora Purnima.
Year ago.
Yeah,
When did
so
I go?
I was thinking because I went Gora Purnima, so I could go, and then I could, because I want to. If they get the image that I'm not so serious, then they won't, talk with me much. So if they get the image that, oh, this person comes only like once a year for Gora Purnima, so then they won't engage with you so much. They will just act you like you're any other visitor.
All right. Yes. Was that the only time you visited there?
Yes, Prabhu.
Like
But one time
okay.
I went to the Ratha Yatra also one summer. I went to the city center to the Ratha Yatra. So that's second time when I went with them. But I'm always gone like as a, like someone from outside, not like some devotee. And I didn't talk about ISKM anything, or I just whatever I told, I was saying that we need to refer Prabhupada, and I was saying that I was talking only about Prabhupada related. Prabhupada said that, Prabhupada said this. I didn't say like anything on my behalf, or I didn't engage on if they started to talk about karmi things, like, for example, there was one brahmachari, one older than me, maybe 30 years old, and he was talking about some music making. They were talking about different frequencies of sound and guitar playing. And then I was constantly trying to turn the conversation to, Krishna conscious topics and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because it was Gora Purnima. So I was trying to turn the topics to that. And yeah, they got really uncomfortable because they wanted to talk the karma thing and I wanted to talk some.
Just see, yeah. This
Yeah.
is our Prabhupada's organization.
Yes, bro. But I like to
this is the
confuse them,
condition.
actually. I like to confuse.
That's great.
I had the feeling that I would like to go again, because I don't know how they react. And there was one person, that one senior who is their main cook. So I really challenge him.
Oh, I know that one also. Yes.
Yeah, this Hare Krishna Prabhu is his name. And
Oh, okay. I didn't remember the name, but I know him.
I challenged him in the messages because he was saying that, oh, Radhanath Swami is pure devotee and something. I challenged him a lot. I said, have you ever seen Prabhupada playing some nonsense instruments like this, like a showman in front of all the people? And he didn't give me any answer.
Oh.
And then he just blocked me. So I don't know if
okay.
if I go to the temple and then I act, all really peaceful and all calm, they will again get really confused that that person, I don't know. That would be nice.
for me it would be so weird, you know, in the Kopala Valley. If I would right now go there, they would offer that, you know, that chocolate thing. But of course, I would now say
Yeah,
that
but-
no, I'm not gonna eat that because we can't offer chocolate to Srila Prabhupada.
But going to the Gopal
Krishna.
Valley is a little bit different because it's the community is smaller. Because when you go there is like maybe max 20 people. But when you go to the festival, like Gora Purnima, there is like 300 people.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot. Yes, yes.
So they
I've
cannot
been.
focus on you. You can be more freely in the temple without anyone focusing on you. Also, you can search for the young people that seem young and that they are like confused, like or first
Oh,
time.
right. That would be actually good.
Yeah,
So
For, to
it's
them,
actually-
yes.
and if Jakob
It's
is
actually
also there, then we can see that the same that happened last time. All the young people gathered with us, all the like college
Ah.
goers, and there was two like Finnish, some young boys, and they were completely new. They didn't know anything about philosophy, and they were just hearing us when we were talking.
Oh, right. That's great. So I don't know. There was what the saying, "Well, cast them when they're young." That's usually used for, I think, women or something. But you know the saying, cast them when they're before they've been contaminated.
Yeah. But last year I asked from Prahlad Prabhu that should I go, and he said yes. So that gave me more.
Ah, okay. So there's even permission that you
Yeah,
know
he said
they
that yeah,
approve
go.
it.
He said go see there, but he said don't show yourself as devotee. He said even don't put tilak if possible. He said also like this, and he said that
Undercover.
yeah, he said go there
Okay.
and
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
He was seeing how they see how they gather money and how they what is their tactics of asking donation, and he said study these things a little bit and then try to like copy them and
I could go there very easily, you know, undercover, you know, fake friend
Yeah.
that I wouldn't say anything about IS game. I'm
Yeah.
hey guys again,
Yeah,
nice to meet you. I
if we were
missed
to
you.
yeah, if we were to go, we
Yeah.
should go like that. But at the same time,
Oh,
we shouldn't
that's
speak
easy.
about anything
This is
about
totally like undercover detective type
Yeah.
of thing you guys
Yeah,
are
yeah,
doing.
yeah, yeah. Undercover. I could do that easily because you know, I would just say, I missed you, and oh, it's so funny. Yeah, I want to come back and see you all again. And can I
Yes,
join?
bro.
La, la,
But you
la.
cannot say too much because then they will ask you, okay, do you want to come next week? So
Oh, yeah, right, right.
you
Yes,
say
yes,
that
yes. That would be.
you say something like I've started a new school, I'm going to school and I'm busy with my things, If you say I'm busy, then,
Yeah,
yeah, then they say that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, busy.
Yeah, then they
With
just only
job
ask
or
you
school.
for donations. But if you say that, oh, I want to be brahmachari or I want to, then they say, okay, you come to our ashram here, brahmachari ashram. And yeah, then
But
because
I
they try
did
to think
send,
also. At the end,
but
they
I
try to,
sent,
yeah. Yes, bro.
I sent her a message that I am going ISKM 100%. You know,
Yeah, but
well, she's the only one who I don't know. Did she tell? I think she probably told everyone else also.
yes,
Because
bro.
they
But
probably asked her.
I don't
that
think
have
they
you
are so
there.
connected. They don't. Maybe she told to someone who is close to her, but they are not so. They don't share things much in that ISKCON Helsinki. It's not like.
But you know the secretariat knew me, the so-called leader, president knew me, Kaisu, ja sitten I even knew a couple of them. I was like 1 month old almost in there in the temple, you know,
Yeah. Yes,
one
bro.
summer. Yeah, so they know me like from my appear. They would come to talk to me if they recognize that. Oh, is that Eero? Oh, okay. How are you doing now? Or something. So I wouldn't be surprised if guys who also told them like, oh, how is Eero? Oh, I heard his ISK, this part of this group ISKM. He sent me a message.
Yeah, I tried
Probably
to also
did.
send to him, but she never answered me much. She didn't answer me.
Yeah, yeah. I remember
Guys,
you told me that.
Yeah.
Ask about the chocolate, and she didn't say anything back.
You Prabhuji try to always like try to attack these young people because their brain is not
Yeah.
brainwashed by them.
But I'm
So
not
you can
against.
easily-
I'm in actually. I'm with you. If you're gonna go, I will join you. I wanna go.
But we should ask from Prahlad Prabhu maybe tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I know this Guru Tamdas and this will ask that what you have been, but I would say that I would just say that I have been busy with my own things but I've been practicing all these things.
Yeah, if the advice is that, don't tell about ice camp, then I will fake it like that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I will just tell the truth that but that's weird coming there and telling that, why are you bogus? No, I shouldn't. Okay, it's yes, okay, yeah. I need to feel like I'm busy, yeah, because it would be just attacking them.
Yeah, and you wouldn't
otherwise.
be going there to preach to the seniors anyways. You would be going there to see the deities.
The young people.
Yeah, to see the deities, to do some service, and to sing kirtan also. And if you can, then the preaching to some newcomers is bonus, because there will be these conversation rings when we take prasadam, that everyone sits down and then they talk to different people. So in those you could explain to this philosophy, because they don't.
These are all detective things.
Yes,
I just
Prabhu.
laughing.
This is actually funny, I think. That would be so funny to go there.
Yeah, bro,
Seriously.
like, these will be like great memory if we succeed.
Yeah,
yes,
it would be so fun.
Yeah, last year I went, and to me it felt nice because I didn't feel that I'm with them there. I only like felt the deities. It was first time seeing the deities. I felt really emotional also. I felt like I didn't feel like I'm with so